What's up, you guys? Welcome back to this week's One Piece Manga Chapter review. And I know it has been a long time since I've actually did a One Piece chapter review video, and that can just be chalked up to laziness, lack of interesting chapters in my opinion, and just nothing really noteworthy to talk about until now. So in chapter 943, we see that Lord Yasui is killed by Lord Orochi. Toko is there. She's mourning for her father. All the people from Abisu town are there. They're, crying, but they're smiling. And we finally get the explanation behind why the people of Abisu town can only laugh and smile, and why that's the only way that they can express their emotions. And we learn that it's because that is a side effect of the artificial Zoan devil fruits that Joker and Caesar produce, those smiles, that only 10% of them actually turn out to work and grant power to those 10% that actually do get them. The 10% that do end up becoming the gifters in Kaido's army. The ones that don't are the ones that are duds. They become pleasures. And we learn that Lord Orochi, to pretty much be a dickwad and an asshole, he sends, just truckloads of these duds, these dud artificial Zoan devil fruits to Leftover Town, to Abisu. And the people, they're thinking that this is some great charity and that this is just, this great windfall of prosperity that has come down upon them. And we figure out that with the duds, it not only doesn't grant you any of the powers of a Zoan devil fruit, it gives you all the weaknesses of a Zoan devil fruit, or any devil fruit at that, but it also takes away your other emotions. It only gives you nothing but happiness. It deprives you of fear, it deprives you of sadness, it deprives you of grief, it deprives you of anger. It takes all of that away from you, and the only way that you can express yourself is through smiles and through laughter. And the people of Abisu Town were too late to recognize that. When they had already eaten the fruit, all of them had already eaten it. All of them were just pretty much, they were starving. There was nothing else that they could do. It was starve or eat this artificial Zoan devil fruit that the Emperor just keeps, giving you, or that the Shogun keeps giving you. And this has been foreshadowed since Savity, Archipelago, I think. Ever since Doflamingo was running that slave operation, and he said that a new era of smiles is coming, or that smiles are in. And it's just really twisted. It's really twisted that Doflamingo, Caesar, and Kaido, and then Lord Orochi were all in on this. They all knew it. And Joker, Caesar, and Kaido named it Smiles, just to pretty much be dickwads, because they knew this was going to be the effect. And if we're just being honest, in my opinion, the artificial Zoan devil fruits aren't really that great. I mean, they're not really that great. Of the 10% that actually get the powers from these artificial Zoan devil fruits, a good bit of them cannot control the transformations. They are stuck in these weird chimera-like forms, having lions for crotches, elephants for stomachs, and hippopotamuses for some weird hybridized lower body portion. I just really think you're really dicking yourself over eating these artificial Zoan devil fruits. It's just not worth the price that you pay. You get granted like the strength, and you get granted these animal or beast-like qualities, but at the same time, you barely have any control of these transformations. Now, we've seen some of the gifters in the anime are able to control their transformations, like Sheep's Head, and some of the other gifters that was fighting the Mink tribe, they were able to transform their arms into wolves and claws and pincers and all this other stuff. But in Wano, we see that the other gifters, the other people that ate artificial Zoan devil fruits, they're stuck in these weirdly grotesque half man, half animal forms. And with the artificial Zoan Devil Fruit, it doesn't grant you the same type of versatility that someone with an authentic Zoan Devil Fruit would have. You could be able to go full on animal form, you could go hybrid form, or you can just go human form. And with some people like X Drake and other Zoan Devil Fruit users that have high specialization, high expertise with their Devil Fruit, they can transform specific parts of their body. And I just feel like for an artificial Zoan Devil Fruit that only has a 10% success chance at basically granting you any powers without any of that smile drawback or that happiness drawback, and then the 10% that do get it might end up like chimera-like monsters, and then if you are in the unlucky 90%, you lose every other emotion except happiness. It's not worth it. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how Kaido managed to assemble an army 500 strong under the guise of, hey, you guys are going to eat these artificial Zoan Devil Fruits. 90% of you will lose every other emotion and be unable to swim and have all the other weaknesses of a Devil Fruit user. None of the benefits, none of it. But 10% of you are going to be able to transform, possibly. Are you going to be able to tap into some beast powers? Possibly. Now, you might be pretty much ugly and grotesque, and you might have, a line coming out of your dick, but Zoan powers. It's worth it. Like, I'm just pretty sure Kaido had to have these people at gunpoint eating this stuff. Because, I mean, I just can't understand anybody in Kaido's army wanting to willingly eat the Devil Fruit or the artificial Devil Fruits with the drawbacks that they have. And going back to Lord Orochi executing Lord Yasui and trying to kill Otoko, at that moment I thought Zoro was going to do some type of fucking cool swordsmanship and decapitate Lord Orochi. I mean, I was hoping that Lord Orochi would turn into his multi-headed dragon form and try to attack Otoko, and I was hoping that Zoro would cut off one of the heads or slash one of the heads, and there would be like some big incident there. I was disappointed that didn't happen. I mean, granted, we had Zoro and Sanji at the end protect Otoko, and we're going to be looking at a fight there since X Drake and Basil Hawkins are there, so that'll be interesting to see. But Lord Orochi is just scummy. Like, this whole chapter has given me a new level of dislike for Lord Orochi. And I don't mean that in the sense like, I hate the guy, I can't stand his guts. It's just, Lord Orochi, ever since Wano's been coming out, has seemed like this very cowardly, mustache-twirling evil villain. And, he was arrogant. He was hiding behind Kaido. I have a Yonko's protection. No one can touch me. And it was just like he was scared of being assassinated. But now we see Lord Orochi going and doing his own evil, mischievous deeds in public. And it just adds a new level of scum and villainy for the guy. Like, he's willing to murder innocent man. And he's willing to murder a little girl, even after he executed her father. And he's doing all of this and he's blaming them for Komurasaki's death. I mean, honestly, he put himself in the situation where he would have had to kill Komurasaki anyway to basically preserve his honor, but who cares? Apparently he doesn't care. So, I don't know. Lord Orochi's scummy. And I feel like what he needs is a really good ass kicking at this point. And I feel like if Luffy is aware of what Lord Orochi had did to Otoko and what he did to Lord Yasui, I believe he would just be livid. He would pretty much punch Lord Orochi the same way he punched the World Noble. Now, in many ways, I think Lord Orochi is similar to World Noble in the sense like he feels untouchable. He has his arrogance, not even the world government can take him down. And he can boss around the world government. He can boss around the Marines. He has a Yonko on his side. He's untouchable. He can turn into this multi-headed dragon. He can have any woman or anything he wants. Wano is apparently this prosperous country when we all know it's not. And, I don't know, man. In many ways, Lord Orochi is an arrogant scumbag, and he's a coward. He's arrogant like a world noble, but he's also cowardly like Spando. Like, he hides behind Kaido as a shield. And, you know, even Kaido is like, dude, that's fucked up. I mean, he was laughing, he was drinking, but he was like, that's fucked up, Lord Orochi. Like, that's really fucking cruel even for you. And, you know, for somebody like Kaido who goes into like these drunken fits of rage and sadness, and this guy who is known as just this ruthless monster who tries to commit suicide, and he basically fell from the sky, bodied Eustace, Vassal Hawkins, and Scratchman of Pooh. For him to basically say that something's fucked up, you know, you kind of have to really question how fucked up a character is. And I think this is only the tip of the iceberg as far as Lord Orochi and how really screwed up in the head he is, and how far he's willing to go to preserve his power, how far he's willing to go to preserve his hold over Wano, which is very narrow in my opinion, because if you ask me, Lord Orochi doesn't truly hold Wano. Kaido holds Wano. It's Kaido who's protecting Lord Orochi. Lord Orochi may be strong in his own right, and his own devil fruit abilities, and his own swordsmanship skills, or whatever, and whatnot, but so far he looks like a bumbling idiot, and he looks like Kaido's basically being the muscle. And let's not forget, Lord Orochi made a deal with Kaido that they could have free reign of Wano. The Beast Pirates are in almost every part of Wano. They control almost every part of Wano. They act as pretty much the police of Wano. And when any other foreign force from outside of Wano tries to interfere, it is Kaido who jumps in to defend Lord Orochi. And I feel like if you remove Kaido from the picture, then it's not as formidable as you would think it is. Now, Wano probably has like the best samurai across the world, and you know, the world government always fears dealing with those samurai, but we haven't exactly seen any samurai fighting at all. Like, we haven't seen any significant fights. We've seen Zoro fight that sickle wielding assassin. That was a really short fight. We've seen a couple of other clashes here and there, but we have not seen a full-on definitive all-out fight with actual samurai from Wano with other characters of notable strength. And I want to see that. I want to see more fighting. I want to see more action in Wano. And that's why I haven't been covering any of the chapters in video form. And I like this chapter, so I wanted to talk about it. This was going on as a rant, and it, you know, it's just, I've been so out of it with these videos that I have to get back somewhere. If you guys liked chapter 943, talk about it, leave a comment, tell me what you liked about the chapter. Do you feel Lord Orochi is moderately strong? Is he weak? You know, do you think that he's a likable character? I don't know why you would think he's a likable character. What do you think can be done about Smiles? Is it reversible? Is there a way to reverse it? Do you think the Straw Hats are going to find a cure? How soon do you think Kaido's going to get involved? Stuff like that. This is VM. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye.